Today, I want to talk to a business startup and those businesses that wants to grow but might be struggling to raise capital. Today, I want to talk about an important topic, and I want to call it smarter ways to jumpstart your business or jumpstart your business the smarter way. Traditionally, we continue to hear that capital is a major barrier to business startup and business takeoff and expansion. This is so because traditionally, those businesses you're dependent on debt capital, but to reach debt capital or to get debt capital, you must reach those pre-qualification criteria. And in many cases, you are not reaching those pre-qualification criteria to access debt capital. On the other hand, you either do not know much about equity capital, and even when you understand what is equity capital, they are a hurdle there too, because they too have pre-qualification criteria for you to reach. So almost all of these markets, the debt capital, the equity capital, and what we call the credit capital market, there are certain pre-qualifiers before you access those markets. But how about you thinking about mergers and acquisition or joint venture partnership? Joint venture partnership is a smarter way to jumpstart your business. And today I'm going to give you some explanation why. There are many businesses that you need capital, but you need the capital to purchase equipment. And there are many persons out there with the same equipment. So if you are to identify those persons and negotiate well, something significant can happen. So let me talk about this to carry you through some of the skill sets that you might need to really leverage a joint venture partnership. One of the first things that you need to think about is what we call is to structure a joint venture deal. And to structure that joint venture deal, it simply means that you have to know what is it that you want to achieve from this joint venture. But with greater importance, you also need to understand how to influence that joint venture partners. So it makes sense to understand what are their needs, their business needs, and to ensure that in the structuring and the crafting of that agreement, you can speak to their needs. Better yet, if you can go just a little bit above their needs. Step one is important for you to understand that. Step two is important for you to identify competent partners. You just don't want to partner for the sake of saying that you have a joint venture partner. The partner must be able to be competent. The partner must be relevant to the business venture. And above everything else, you want honesty and integrity in that partnership. So there's some amount of due diligence that will have to be done here. The third element or pre-qualification that you would want to master is the ability to negotiate this deal. So first, you structure this deal. Second, you identify competent partners. And three, it's about negotiating the deal. Now, negotiating this deal requires certain particular skill sets, and you may have to consult with a professional to help you in that entire negotiation process. Because you, without the knowledge and the experience negotiating a partnership agreement, joint venture partnership agreement, you may mess the whole thing up because you simply do not understand the entire process and what it requires. So negotiation is key to this whole process. Last but not least, that we're going to talk about today is what we call managing the deal. So you successfully structure the agreement. You successfully identify competent partners. You successfully negotiated the deal. Now you have to manage the entire process. Failing to manage that process, there can also be tremendous mess up here too. And that's the last thing that you want, because those messed up can come back to affect your business growth. It can affect your branding, how people see the brand. And these are things that you want to pay very close attention to when it comes to the management process. So in the management process, it's important to understand those important tenets of management: setting objective and planning, organizing resources to achieve the objective, communicating with and motivating teams, coordinating activities, and measuring and controlling performance against the objective that you want to accomplish. These are some absolute steps that you need to understand. And I want to say this in closing. You commit the time, talent, and resources to understand the these options of raising capital, these options of growing your business. It could give you a tremendous jump start. The beauty about going joint venture and partnership is you don't have to worry about the monthly amortized collateralized debt obligation. You don't even have to worry about, annual dividends yield because you're a normal partner. You're sharing the risk and you're sharing the gain. And there are smart ways in which you can buy yourself out of all of these arrangements over a period of time. So these are all things that you need to brainstorm and think about when you're getting into these deals. My advice is to get a PFA, a professional financial advisor, a personal financial advisor that can navigate you through this process. At Global Capital Inc., we're happy to say that we have a team of subject matter experts to help you through this entire process. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkit and Billionaire Codes. My new book titled 10X Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business is going to be out June this year. And it's an excellent book that really teaches you from A to Z in building your brand to achieve local, regional, and international impact. I want to encourage you to reach out to us now in the event that you want to raise capital, you want to know more of these systems that we're talking about. We'll be happy to give you a free consultation. Be blessed. Remember, we're in a period of COVID-19, and I want to encourage you to be safe. All right, protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and be smart. Like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this podcast within your network. Be blessed. See you soon.